Well, hello, friends. Yes, I know you're thinking, what in the world is he wearing today? And what is this all about? Well, there is a reason that I have this sort of plastic thing over my face. I'm wanting to know if you are scared of bees. Are you scared of bees? Many people are. But do we need to be scared of bees? Well, yeah, many of us have been stung by a bee or maybe a wasp or a yellow jacket, and I know that that can be painful sometimes. And there are people who get allergic reactions to bee stings for sure. But we don't always have to be scared of bees. Bees often attack or sting when they are defending their hive or when they have been accidentally touched or squashed. Most often, the occasional bee in a field or in the grass or flying around, presents little danger to us. Do you know that the majority of insect stings in the United States are attributed to yellow jackets or wasps, which can often be mistaken for honeybees? Now, there are people who work with bees all the time, and they often have protective equipment just to keep them from getting stung, just in case. I'm not one of them, but I have a lot of respect for the people who work with bees. And so you'll see them with these face shields or bags or suits, and I don't have one of those things, so this was my attempt today to look like a beekeeper. Did it work? Do I look like a beekeeper? Well, I'll tell you what, right now I'm actually going to take this off. Just so we can chat a little bit more about bees. Did you know that if we are fearful of bees and we attempt to destroy them, we could have a very negative effect on the ecology of the earth? For sure. Bees are pollinators. They carry seeds from plant to plant. They help with crops and with flowers. So when we in fear destroy wild colonies of bees, we actually contribute to environmental damage. And it doesn't help. When bees disappear, which there's some happenings around the world now that bees are less. There's less bees than there used to be, and that can be very concerning. Because we should all give bees a thank you, for we eat their honey. I love honey. We use their wax, beeswax, and we rely on bees to help our food grow, the pollination of our food plants, which obviously benefits all of us. So these bees are busy little creatures working hard to help our planet, and we want to protect them. Did you ever hear the phrase, as busy as a bee? Well, as busy as a bee is an expression that refers to someone who is very deeply engaged in their work, using all their resources or their time to get the job done, just constantly work, 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 never having a lot of time for anything else. It's okay to be busy. However, sometimes we can get too busy and we can miss out on some important things in life. Did you ever feel that way? Too busy? Too stressed? Well, if you have, maybe we need to check out our priorities a little bit. There's this really cool book in the Old Testament called Haggai. It was about a prophet who wrote it. And in Haggai 1:6, here's this verse. You have planted many seeds, but the crops you have gathered are small. So you eat, but you never have enough. You drink, but you are never full. You put on your clothes, but you are not warm. You earn your pay, but it will not buy everything you need. Sometimes in life we get too distracted by thinking about all that we need to do and have to do and all that we might want, and we don't think about the real important things of life. Proverbs 23:4 says, don't wear yourself out to get rich. Don't trust how wise you think you are. So Haggai and Proverbs are talking about this working and working and working and never seeming to have enough, and is it really worth it? Do you remember the story of Mary and Martha? Yep, in the New Testament, Mary and Martha were friends of Jesus. And in Luke chapter 10, we read this story. Jesus and his disciples went on their way, and they came to a village where Martha lived. And Martha welcomed Jesus into her home, and she had a sister named Mary. Mary sat at the Lord's feet listening to what he said, but Martha was busy with all the things that had to be done. She came to Jesus and said, Lord, my sister Mary has left me to do all of this work by myself. Don't you care? Tell her to help me. Jesus said, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed. Really, only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. Mary chose to sit with Jesus. And Jesus told Martha, maybe you should take a break and sit with me too. You know, Jesus said in Matthew 11:28, come to me, all you who are tired and are carrying heavy loads, and I will give you rest. Maybe we shouldn't be busy bees all the time. Maybe we should be spending some time with Jesus and resting and relaxing and learning about God's work in our lives and rejoicing in that. Trying not to stress. Don't be a busy bee all the time. Proverbs 12:25 says, worry makes the heart heavy, or stress makes the heart heavy, or maybe being busy all the time makes the heart heavy, but a kind word cheers it up. We definitely need to encourage each other. I want to encourage you today to remember this verse from Psalm 46:10. God says, be still and know that I am God. Now, granted, there are things in life that keep us busy, and we do have projects and things that we need to do and work really hard at. But we also need to be careful to not work so hard that we are so stressed or anxious. Even the bees take time to rest as they produce wonderful things for us here on earth. So I wish for you a day that is not filled with too much busyness. Don't be as busy as a bee all the time, buzzing around, but have a day that's filled with work and a day that's filled with rest. And most of all, spend some time with God in His Word, talking to Him, thanking Him for the gift of Jesus, for the gift of life, and all the good things that we have. And I wish for you a day filled with peace.